you're watching Basket Pinas Predicts, powered by 1xBet. Welcome to the show. Tonight, we've got you covered from the updates of the recent games. We're also going to be doing predictions for the upcoming match. Plus, we're also going to be doing some trivia questions where you can win some cool prizes. So stay tuned and stick around to see if you could win that. My name is Mara Aquino, your host, and of course, joining me are the two experts that I depend on, I rely on for everything that has to do with the NBA. Nico, Naveen, nice to have you guys again.
Always a great time to be here, and we always love talking about the NBA.
Yeah, always happy to be here, hanging out with all of you, and watching you guys eat some spicy noodles.
Oh, nako, mamaya yan, dun sa ating mga trivia questions. But, lots of things happened in the NBA since our last episode. So we're going to be talking about the NBA regular season. And we have something new with what's hot in the NBA. So we're going to give you guys updates on the latest news. So first, Cleveland Cavaliers make history as the 6th team in the NBA to start 13-0. Pero ito yung 4th time nila in their franchise history. The other 3 times were 2009, 2010, and 2017 when LeBron James was there.
Pasama sana, sino ba yung nandun nung first 3 times? But anyway, for the Cleveland Cavaliers, it's a nice thing to see them going on this streak. It's a mini headline that we get to follow. Yung mga iniisip ko is parang, how long can they keep this up, no?
Yeah. I mean, look, they've kind of slipped up with their defensive intensity the last few games. They haven't been as proficient as when the season started, but to be expected. You can't be flawless, especially in an 82-game regular season. But hey, the last time we were here, I said I want Cleveland to be undefeated heading into that 15th matchup against the defending champion Boston Celtics. And I believe we're one game away from Cleveland entering that match against Boston. Remember, Boston eliminated them last playoffs. So there must be some extra spice there, pun intended. And I can't wait to see that matchup, Mara.
Now, last time we had a streak this long was noong 2015-2016 where Golden State Warriors, they won in a row. Actually, it was the longest, 24. Sa tingin niyo ba kayang i-match to?
Oh, hell
Cleveland
no.
Cavaliers.
Hell
No?
no.
Hindi talaga.
I will shave my head if Cleveland...
Uy,
okay.
Hell
Seryoso
no.
ba yan?
Okay.
Yeah.
So what's the difference ba between the Golden State that time and Cleveland Cavaliers doing really well now? Why don't you think they have what it takes to do 24 in a row?
Well, it's not that Cleveland has anything to be, disappointed about. It's just we're talking about the Warriors team that literally had the greatest NBA regular season ever. So it's not easy to win 24 straight games to start a season. Especially because I think Cleveland still has a few hard matchups on the docket they haven't had yet. People aren't talking about it, but a lot of their games so far in this win streak have been against teams that I wouldn't consider the best of the best, right?
Okay. Ikaw, sa tingin mo, hindi rin?
Feel ko hindi rin eh.
Okay, how long? How many win streaks?
I feel like it ends with Boston. I feel like it will end with Boston. Kasi medyo napahiya yung Boston against Atlanta, diba? Which we're gonna discuss later. But I feel like it ends there. Pero if matalo nila Boston, who knows, right?
Yeah.
Or it could be the game after Boston. They'll be so tired after the game against Boston. They might lose the next game. That could happen, diba? You beat the team na...
You're coming off such a high.
You
crash down
and then
to
you
earth,
crash down to the next game. That happens so many times.
I wanna know what people are thinking right now. Isulat nyo down below kasi we wanna know, sa tingin nyo ba lalagpas ng 15 itong Cleveland Cavaliers? We want to know. I mean, they're really good right now, but how long can they stretch this win streak? Now, for our What's Hot, number 2, the Grizzlies. New starter Jalen Wells rises to the number 1 spot sa ating Kia rookie ladder. So right now, Wells is a starter at 14 points per game.
Yeah, alam mo, pag nakita ko yung pangalan ni Jalen Wells, sounds like a 2K generic name, no? It's like you put a 2K generic player and that's what he's gonna look like. But kudos to the Memphis scouting staff for finding this guy as a second rounder from what I remember. And kung kailan siya nilagay sa starting lineup, tsaka pa siya nag-produce to a better numbers, 14 points, 49% from the field. And it's something, the Grizzlies have been hampered by so much injury. So the fact na meron silang Zach Edey, si Wells, just adds more depth to their lineup and actually at least compensates for the players that are currently gone right now. Memphis can catch a break, no? With having a complete lineup.
Yeah, and look, this Jalen Wells thing is nice, but when the Grizzlies get healthy, you assume he's not gonna play that many
You
minutes.
feel so? Like, feel ko ba yung partnership?
Because he's gonna play behind Ja and Desmond Bain, and now Marcus Smart.
Si
just
Gigi
returned.
Jackson nga wala pa rin,
Exactly.
di ba?
The rookie we should be talking about is the rookie who paints his nails, Jared McCain of the
Hey,
Philadelphia
we're gonna get there
76ers.
later. We're gonna go there
Man, I
later.
used to think this guy was just a TikTok dancer, but the guy can ball. He would be my leader for Rookie of the Year right now. He looks like a keeper. Now, I don't expect him to keep putting up big-time stats when Tyrese Maxey returns for the 76ers, but hey, the guy's good. Watch out for him. Jared McCain, everyone.
And you know who else is good? For ating What's Hot, number 3, Victor Wembanyama drops career high 50 points in Spurs win, including a career best na 8 3-pointers. So nanalo sila over the Wizards. And si Wembanyama becomes the 4th youngest player ever to score 50 in a game. Okay, kukwis ko kayo.
Ito na.
So siya yung 4th. Who's the other 3?
So, first is LeBron.
Like,
LeBron?
are we doing
Yeah.
rankings or
Number
any
2.
order?
Any order.
Any
So
order.
LeBron is number
Grabe
2.
naman, rankings.
Let's
talo
do
ka.
rankings.
Di ko alam yun.
Okay.
Can I take a guess if rankings? If I
Okay,
get it correct?
Sina. Game.
Hey, Wemby was number 4.
Wemby is number 4. Mhm.
Number
believe so.
3 is LeBron.
Actually, hindi ko nga alam kung in order to, but I have the 3.
Okay.
According to my list, LeBron is number 2.
And
Okay.
the other 2 are Devin Booker.
Yes, he's 3.
Devin Booker?
Yes, Devin
And Brandon
Booker.
Jennings.
Oh my God!
So talo talaga tayo dyan mamaya. Kung yan nakuha niya, what more yung question for later.
Those are the other 3. Okay, what do you guys think about this? Because in the beginning, ang dami nagsabi, anong ginagawa mo? Alam mo ba na 7-4 ka? Bakit puro 3-pointers yung ginagawa mo? But why don't you go in? So, but he's making the shots. So, what do you think? Like, you still don't like seeing a 7-footer?
Ako
Behind-
parang, kasi sa akin siya sa fantasy team ko eh. Medyo nasisira yung percentages ko pag ginagawa niya. I mean, in the past few games naman, di naman, I feel like this is a outlier. I don't think that this is something na he should continue doing. I mean, yeah, amazing yung 50 points, but I prefer na he mixes it up, give me more steals and blocks and top. Kasi medyo last place ako ngayon sa fantasy. I mean, great, diba? I think, also dagdag ko lang, no, that 50 points in 26 minutes is the fastest player to ever achieve that feat, no? Pero, you gotta switch it up, man. I don't like him shooting too much 3-pointers.
He
Ikaw,
should shoot
Vivi.
and shoot and shoot and shoot. Man, we have not seen a player like this ever. 7-foot infinity. It seems like it. Looks like an alien. Limbs as
looks like an
That's what
alien.
he's saying.
limbs as long as the Nile River. I mean, I like it when players are weird and unique and do different things. It makes the entertainment and the viewing experience so much more exciting, right? And look, to all the Wemby haters or the critics of Wemby, I mean, the guy is how old? Like 19, 20? He's not
Yes,
gonna hit his prime for
yeah.
another 7-8 years. Now look, he did this against the Washington Wizards, which is an embarrassment of an NBA team right now. But still, 50 points in his second season. Man, we just talked about him being the 4th youngest guy ever to score 50 points in a game, right? I mean, the sky is the limit for him, and I don't get why people don't want to hop on the Wemby wagon right now. It makes sense to do so. I got his jersey, for crying out loud.
Maybe people just they don't like the idea na antangkad mo, dapat you're not supposed to be, they want somebody like Steph Curry hitting the 3-point.
Those are the same people who are shouting, "Get off my lawn!"
But you know, maybe that's why also, even though with the criticism, instead of him saying, you know what, sige nga, pasahin ko na kayo, I'll go more inside the paint. No, he goes, look, I can make these shots. And just like what you said, in a few years, if he's dangerous on the outside, later on, what more on the inside? Na
Exactly.
talagang he's like an all-around guy. So,
And-
Wembanyama?
And just to add to that too, it's easy to say, "Oh, you're big, get inside." But when the defense knows you're big and you can score
Exactly.
inside, they're gonna try to stop you from scoring inside. That's why smart coaches say to their players, take what the defense gives you. If the defense is giving you an open 3-point shot and you know you can make it, shoot it. Believe in your work, your practice.
As young as now, as early as now, si Wemby's proving that talagang nakakatakot siya, and he's definitely one of the NBA players to watch out for. A bright future ahead of him. And now for what's hot, number 4, Greg Popovich, recovering after suffering a stroke. So he suffered a stroke earlier this month, November 2nd, and the team says he's already starting to do rehab. He'll make a full recovery. Pero hindi nila sinabi kung ano pa yung mga ibang detalye tungkol sa how affected he was and his condition right now.
Yeah, I mean, Greg Popovich is a well-tenured coach, to say the least, no, in the NBA. And at this point, these are the signs that he should really hang it up. Enjoy the rest of his years with his family or whoever he's hanging out with, because this is a concern, right? Especially na maybe could be related to the stresses of work, even though sabi niya hindi naman talaga stress kasi they're not playing for something before, unlike before. But yeah, I'm just glad na nothing bad happened to him, but it's more of a sign na he really needs to move on from the NBA.
So you want him to leave coaching?
Yeah. I mean, he's prove. Wala na siyang mapaprove eh.
Hall of
For me?
Famer, legendary coach, na-achieve na
I disagree. I think he still has something to prove. I think he still needs to prove that he can win a ring without Tim Duncan.
Ay, oo nga, no?
He's never won a ring
never
without
won a
Tim
ring
Duncan.
without Timmy.
But look, if his health, the findings of the health say, look, the stress of coaching is too much, he should enjoy the remaining years of his life, right?
Yeah, tama.
But look, we wish him the best. We pray for his speedy recovery. Pop is still one of the most entertaining interviews in the NBA. Sometimes he can be a little bit of a jerk to the media and journalists, to be honest. I know a lot of people find it funny, but as someone who works as a media journalist person, I find it kind of rude sometimes, especially when we're just doing our job. But overall, I think Pop is still a very great guy, great coach, great advocate for social issues, never shy to speak up, and the NBA is better with him in it.
Wishing Greg Popovich a speedy recovery. And for now, what's hot? Number 5, DeMar DeRozan leaves the Kings win early due to back tightness. So he left the game early with just 2 points on 17 minutes in the first half. So how will this affect his team?
Usually back injuries are tricky, no? But so far naman from what I have read, it's not that serious. I think 1 to 2 weeks na siguro yung back. But then again, pag mga back issues, you'll never know when things would flare up, diba? Ako kasi naalala ko si Michael Porter Jr. whenever there would be back issues. Diba, I've had Michael Porter Jr. in my fantasy, so inisip ko patay. Kung hawak ko si DeMar DeRozan and he has a back issue.
In your fantasy, delikado yan.
Dati yun yung kay MPJ.
No, I made a joke, you didn't get it.
Ay,
never mind. Sorry.
Sorry. But yeah, I don't think this affects the Kings too much with regards to their hunt to be in the playoffs, to still play in the playoff race in the West, because I feel like he's gonna be back soon, as long as they just take care of him properly.
Yeah, look, I mean, I woke up today, my back was painful. I could have just taken the day. No, I'm just joking. Look, back tightness, if this is a sign of something lingering, then it's problematic. But if it's something that it felt sore and it was a precaution to take him out of the game so that it wouldn't get worse, I think he should be fine. You know, maybe he'll miss a game or two, a handful if needed, but I think long-term this season, the Kings can be confident that DeRozan will still be in action.
Tingnan natin kung kailan babalik si DeMar DeRozan. And that's it for What's Hot in the NBA. And now, bibigyan namin kayo ng trivia questions. We want you to win, but we also want to make sure na tama ang ginagawa nyo. So, we're gonna give you the mechanics to make sure that the probability of you getting chosen will be higher. Nico.
Ay maghahanap kami ng 10 winners of at least 1,000 pesos worth of 1xBet vouchers. At ito lang yung mga kailangan nyo gawin. Like and follow Basket Pinas on Facebook at Basket Pinas PH. Make sure your profile is set to public as you share the live stream on your Facebook page. Next up, comment your answer for our fast break question of the day during the live stream. And don't forget to use the hashtag #BasketPinas. Next one, watch the live stream and wait for the announcement of the winners with the correct answers. And lastly, participants must be registered on 1xBet using our promo code BPINAS to join the giveaway.
Alright, ngayon na alam niyo na ang mechanics. Ito na ang ating unang tanong. Fast break question number 1.
In which year did the Toronto Raptors win their first NBA championship?
Oh my gosh, I visited Canada at this time. Everybody was going wild. Raptors everywhere. The merch sales for sure went up. In which year did the Toronto Raptors win their first NBA championship? Write it down below. Use the hashtag BasketPinas. All right, now we're gonna be doing a recap of the game. First, pag-uusapan natin itong Atlanta Hawks beating the Boston Celtics in Boston sa ating opener for the NBA Cup. So, this was very surprising for me. Were you guys
For us.
surprised kasi walang Trae Young?
Yun nga,
yeah.
I was also watching the game eh. So, nung pinapanood ko, sabi ko, ito yung sinasabi natin sa mga viewers natin na, di ba, parang times 7 yung money line. Somewhere there. Tapos that was with the assumption na maglalaro pa si Trae Young. So, it could have gotten higher sa opening line. But it's something that's been happening, not been happening, but more of Boston tends to play to the level of their opponents. What do you think about that, Navs?
Look, sometimes you're gonna slip up, and I believe Boston made some late game mistakes in this contest that cost them. But overall, I don't think it's something to be worried about long term with the Celtics. Although it makes me wonder, maybe the Hawks are better without Trae Young.
Ooh.
Oh, wow.
I mean, have you guys heard of the Ewing theory?
What
The
is that?
Ewing theory?
The
Yeah,
Ewing- you heard
yung
of the
without
Ewing theory.
yung without
So
the
the
star.
New York Knicks used to have this superstar. His name was Patrick Ewing, and he was obviously great. But then there was one season, I think it was 1999, where he got hurt, and they actually played better without him. So ever since then, there's been something called the Ewing theory, where there's a superstar in the team, and the games that he's out, somehow the team plays better. The chemistry is better, the flow is better, the symmetry is better. One game is too small a sample size to say that about Trae Young. But I'm just keeping an eye out. You know?
But you know, back in March, the Atlanta Hawks also did this. They did this twice in March. So it was a flashback where they also beat the Boston Celtics. And with this, ang ating player of the game, Dyson Daniels. 6 steals in this game.
Panalo.
28 points, 3 rebounds, 7 assists, 6 steals. And he's actually he's leading the league in steals and deflection per game. 3.5 steals and 7.5 deflections per
Ganda
game.
nga like, this is a pickup from the Pelicans. I know he came from the Pelicans, right?
The DeJounte Murray trade.
The DeJounte Murray trade, and I didn't expect him to contribute this much with the Atlanta Hawks, but I mean, having a lot of talent in the wing position is never a bad thing, right? You got Dyson Daniels, Risa Shea, Jalen Johnson. DeAndre Hunter is still with them, right? From what I remember.
I think he's injured, but he's coming back.
Yeah,
soon.
he's coming back soon. So I don't know how they're gonna they plan to implement that, but maybe when they do small ball, you never know. Pero it's another great thing to see na the Hawks have a promising young core.
Yeah. Look, the NBA is so talented now. I don't think the NBA has ever been this deep and talented
agree.
where the Hawks could lose DeJounte Murray via trade and then not have Trae Young in the game and still have someone like Dyson Daniels come off the bench, score 28 points. I mean, come off the bench because normally he's off the bench, right? And then start and then score 28. That's impressive stuff. It goes to show how NBA teams, they cannot take things for granted.
That's right. Even their opponent, sa Boston Celtics, Jaylen Brown and Derek White, delivered season-high performances, 37 and 31 respectively, but still not enough. And a lot of people were mad at Jason Tatum's performance. Pero kasi, the Hawks took 25 more shots. And they got 20 offensive rebounds. And the game-winning shot was also an offensive rebound. So, they were turning over a lot sa Boston Celtics. Now, problema ba to sa Boston na parang they're underestimating their opponent because a lot of people, they were starting the season really, really great and then biglang natalo sila dito. So, parang hindi nila sinaseryoso. Is this what you see? Or just the Hawks delivered really well?
Celtics have 3 losses. They're number 2 in the Eastern Conference. I think they're fine and they're the defending champions, you know, and they're still my pick right now as the best team in the NBA when healthy, assuming Porzingis is there. You'll have slip-ups in an 82-game season. There'll be a week where the Cavs lose like 2-3 straight games and everyone's going to overreact and be like, oh, is the world crashing for the Cleveland Cavaliers? Were they frauds? Because that's what we do.
Were they frauds?
In the media, we over-exaggerate things to have conversations, right? And that's part of the fun. But then ultimately, Boston will win like 60, 62 games. So it'll be like, oh yeah, they were fine.
Now, walang Trae Young. So, of course, a lot's expected from Jason Tatum. So, forgivable ba yung pagkakamali niya in this game? Kasi, yes, 20 points, but only 5 for 16. May mga lapses siya in decision-making.
Well, for me, Jason Tatum naman, it's just part of, even though he already won a championship, again, just like what Naveen said, it sometimes happens. So a player isn't perfect, kahit superstar ka na. I mean, LeBron has had so much slip-ups in the past, and this really just comes with it. And I think Jason Tatum has like a minor injury ba? Like heading to this game before. So maybe may iniinda siya or not, but natsyempuhan lang talaga sila na Atlanta Hawks. Aside from the effort level, din nakita mo rin naman sa rebounds. Nangyayari yun minsan talaga.
Will you guys allow me to go on a rant?
Okay, rant.
Ooh.
I am so sick and tired of people disrespecting Jason Tatum.
Oh, okay.
I'm not talking about you guys. I'm talking about
I know.
general. And
Hindi ko naman
this is
disrespect.
coming from a Miami Heat fan. Someone who spent years wishing Tatum would miss every shot he took. Ever since Jason Tatum has come to the NBA, all this guy has done is win games. Conference finals after another. Conference finals. 2 NBA finals appearances. 1 NBA championship. First team All-NBA, All-Star, Superstar, great guy off the court, great dad, great family guy. There will be games where he's not going to be perfect. But every time this guy doesn't have a good game, so many people are quick to call him a fraud, quick to call him a choker, quick to say that he sucks. When did common sense go out of the table? Or go out of the window? I mean, I don't get, like, all this guy does is win basketball games and perform at a high level. We need to appreciate the consistency he's playing with. And again, it makes me want to puke that I'm saying this as a Miami Heat fan, but I feel like it has to be said. When did common sense go out of the window?
So bakit nga ba he's so easy to criticize?
Ay, alam ko na kung bakit. Kasi merong I think sa finals yun, I think people just found him corny.
Yeah.
Yeah, because of the
He
finals.
is corny though.
He is kind of corny. He is. Pero
He's not lovable.
Hindi naman. Pero lately kasi parang na-change na yung narrative because of his relationship with LMA. Tapos si LMA naman, going to pop culture here now. Parang,
He has a girlfriend?
Yes.
Jason Tatum?
si LMA, yung singer.
Who's LMA? LMA?
I know LMA. Basta she made a really nice song this summer. Tapos people now are...
Production team. Do you guys know who LMA is?
Oo, kilala na si LMA. Tapos she made a song on Tatum which became a hit this summer.
She did?
Yeah, it's called One of These. And because of that, people picked it up on Twitter, and Tatum now became like a daddy Tatum, like yung biglang nag-change yung narrative sa name niya from being corny to being a hot NBA player. Parang nasa same level na of Kyle Kuzma and Jordan Poole. We have the same FYP. Alam mo yung sinasabi ko.
I guess Deuce ain't the only one calling Jason daddy nowadays, huh?
Who's your daddy and what does he do? Some movie nga ba yun? That's been stuck in my head since
Which one?
last
Yung
time.
line na yun?
Who is your daddy and what does he do? It was a comedy. Anyway,
Step Brothers. Di ko alam kung saan
pag-usapan naman natin one of the major games of the week. The Golden State Warriors winning over Dallas Mavericks 120-117. Sobrang big deal nito because it was the first time that Klay Thompson going back to Golden State, facing them after being with them for 13 years and leaving them for the Dallas Mavericks. So, how did you guys like this game? Because I made tribute pa sila, made video, everybody was wearing the hat, they were saluting him. It was a very emotional game.
Yeah, definitely. It's one of the games I looked forward to it. I had it on my calendar. We were talking about it the day before, I think, regarding this game. Buti na lang the game was at 11 a.m. so it's not too early for us. Some games will be 8, 9 a.m. But it was perfect. They were even thinking of having Steph do like a pre-game speech, which thankfully he didn't because it's gonna throw him off his game considering you're gonna make them all emotional and everything. But
Tsaka bakit pa?
yeah, pero gets ko rin naman kasi parang it's still Klay Thompson. That guy was responsible for the 4 championships. So, but it was close. Klay had a great game. Steph had a night game as well. Draymond did his thing. So lahat masaya. Maybe you support Klay or not.
Yeah, I'm happy that I got to watch this game because that Warriors plus 6.5 gave me the money to buy dinner that night. And boy, was it yummy! I put it while Dallas was up like 6 in the fourth quarter. There was like Warriors 6.5. Bang, Steph Curry. Bang, Steph Curry. Bang. I wanted to call Steph Curry daddy after he won me that money. But anyway, back to the main point here. it was a great tribute by the Warriors. Personally, I wasn't like choked up because I'm not a diehard Warriors fan, but I can imagine someone like Nico who has followed the Warriors for years. He posted a video about it on Instagram, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
And I'm sure many people were emotional, nostalgic, because that's why we love sports, right? The memories. It's like these players that might never get to meet us play such a big part in our lives. They feel like our best friends because we watch them every game. So I can totally understand why Warriors fans were emotional. But then once that ball went up in the air, Mara, it was all competition.
Yes.
Fantastic basketball game. Luka, Kyrie, Clay, Steph, Draymond, guys making big plays after another. And at the end of the day, Steph Curry proved once again why he is a freaking legend. He is still at the peak of his powers. He closed the Warriors out in Steph style, which was absolutely mesmerizing. And you know, Nico, I'm not sure if you noticed this, but there was kind of an FU feel there in that game na parang, hey, Clay, you left us.
Yeah, parang,
there was like that vibe, the Clay, you left us. Steph pumping the Warriors jersey, Draymond screaming to the crowd. And
we're still here.
Yeah, they're like, okay, you left us, but we're good. And they're good. They're in the top of the conference.
So how much of an impact do you think na yung Klay Thompson leaving them, naging ganon yung laro? Naging ganon ka-intense?
Oh, yeah, definitely. That was the main reason why Steph acted like it was like a finals game. It acted like a Western Conference Finals matchup. Because yun nga, sinasabi niya na we're still here. It was a jab at Clay as well.
Is that what he was saying?
We're still here, right?
What do you think he was saying?
We're still here.
Nung nasa camera siya,
Yun
We're
yun.
still here.
We're still here.
here.
Parang double-edged yun na
Yes.
we're still competing. Actually, we're in the top of the West. Top ba of the West or top 2? Basta top of the West.
And they beat the defending Western champions.
And
Dallas, exactly.
Yeah, and Dallas nga pala was the
Exactly.
defending Western. And of course, the dig at Clay.
Do you have any idea how fortunate you are to root for a team with Steph Curry?
Yeah, of course.
I would sacrifice my firstborn
2000,
child
ano,
to root for a team with
Oh my gosh.
Don't tell my wife that. Sorry, my love. But that, just the pleasure of watching
Masaya
Steph play
talaga.
for your
Masaya
team. I
talaga.
mean, what would you do if Steph was in Toronto, man?
Oh my goodness.
You'd be a diehard Raptors fan.
Hindi na
in
siya
the
uwi
blink
ng
of an eye,
Pilipinas.
right?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to be a courtside reporter for that day.
Exactly. He is that mesmerizing.
Steph Curry is the player of that game. He stole the show in that game. Actually, Steph Curry scored
Look at that.
37.6 rebounds and 9 steals, including the
9
three-pointer,
steals?
crucial three-pointer in the final moments. And in that game, he also made NBA history as he became the oldest point guard to record back-to-back three-point games.
Yeah, I think that was a 9 assists, but more of ano talaga, like Steph's gravity that he attracts. No? That's why he gets so many assists. And the reason why there are a lot of Warriors players, especially in this team, that so many of them are open. They're having one of the best seasons in their lives because of having a guy like him. And yun nga, it's also a pleasure to watch Steph and not be on the other side. I'm sure a lot of people who were against Steph, and dami nag-tweets na naalala ko ng Olympics. So this is what it feels like to have Steph Curry in your team. Nung Team USA versus France. Remember that? So yeah, I'm just enjoying all the remaining years that we have with Steph Curry, who I feel like has 3 to 4 years remaining. To be honest.
More, I think.
You feel more?
Because it's not like he gets his shots by being physical or putting his
Actually,
body
yeah,
on the line.
it's just finesse.
He got moves. He's not even like super fast. He's just very smart and skilled. And I think he'll be doing damage for maybe 6-7 more years.
Feel mo? He's
Yeah.
36. So, mag 42, 43.
I think he could play. I mean, if LeBron's
Yeah,
doing
LeBron.
it, yeah.
Actually.
Speaking of LeBron, LeBron also recorded NBA historic numbers in their win. Los Angeles Lakers 128 versus Memphis Grizzlies 123. Etong si LeBron recorded 35 points, 12 rebounds, 14 assists, marking his third consecutive triple-double, making him the oldest player in the NBA to achieve this.
Yeah,
Kailan
and-
kaya siya mag-retire?
You know, there was a
question.
report. Someone, I think it was Shams Charania, who is with Woj now retired. Shams is probably the go-to NBA insider. He mentioned he thinks next year will be LeBron's next year.
Should
Last
he?
year, yeah.
I mean, seeing his performances now, he's still recording historic numbers. Should he retire?
Feel ko 3 to 4 years.
no,
pa
he
kasi.
should keep playing.
He should keep on playing.
So good, yeah.
Sayang eh.
Why not? I mean, look, obviously the toll on the body, he is the only one who fully comprehends how exhausting
Yeah, for sure.
it probably is at this stage, but he's still producing at a high level.
Anong,
It's not like Kobe who had like a torn Achilles before, diba? Na nakita natin na okay, may decline na talaga.
Yeah.
Pero kay LeBron, parang consistent. Parang keep on playing, bro.
He's not slowing down at all.
Yeah.
So, do not retire. You think he has another 3?
For me, 3 more years. Feeling
I think he'll wait for his second son to make it to the NBA also.
Mas magaling si Bryce though, diba?
Yeah.
Pero mas magaling si Bryce.
Did you hear about that ridiculous report about Bronny
Playing home games?
only
Totoo ba
playing
yun?
home?
Was it true?
Yeah,
Is it
apparently. He's
Kala
only
ko
going to
satay.
play the home games of his G League team.
Why?
Superstar talaga.
Because this is taking nepotism to a whole new level.
Oh my goodness. Now, we're gonna go back to this game. Rookie from LA Lakers did really well. His name is Dalton Connect, made
Yeah.
significant impact, broke out with a career game, 19 points, 2 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal in 31 minutes, including 5 of 5 from beyond the arc. So, do you think now you're seeing this emerging talent? Is he reliable? Can the Lakers depend on him now from what he showed in this game, or is this an isolated case?
Well, for me, I'm a fan of Dalton Kinnick eh. So sasabihin ko talaga na he's already a key part of the rotation. He's just gonna his performances like this just will give him more trust from the JJ Redick side. I feel like Dalton Kinnick is a maybe top 5 rookie at the very least, at least in the rankings kung ganun. He reminds me of a bit of Devin Booker. Like the way Booker was in the early years niya. I don't know. A taller Booker. Or maybe same height ba sila? Parang Dalton Kinnett's like 6'5",
Yeah,
right?
I think Dalton bigger.
Kinnett's bigger. But I just like his game and mapapagkitiwalaan na siya this early pa lang sa rookie year niya.
Yeah, look, he's a rookie, but he's not your typical rookie. A lot of the typical rookies in the NBA now are 19, 20-year-olds. You know, guys who only played 1 year of college or 1 year internationally or maybe 2 years. Dalton played, I think, 3 or 4 years of college basketball. It reminds me of Jaime Jaquez of Miami last season, how he contributed right away because unlike other rookies coming in, you know, mentally and physically not yet as mature as the others, he has a little more experience under his belt, which means he knows how to be a plug-and-play player. He knows how to fill a role, and that's something that JJ Redick would like from someone like Dalton Kinnick. And there's gonna come a point where the Lakers are going to have some injuries and Dalton's gonna play more minutes. And if there's something promising for the Laker fans, is that early on the signs are encouraging for Dalton Kinnick. With all that said, they played the Memphis team without Ja Morant and Desmond Bain. So let's slow down a little bit, Lakers.
But
fans.
even
Slow
before
down.
the regular season, he was making a lot of noise. There was
Yeah.
a game versus Phoenix where he scored 20 points in the fourth quarter / overtime. And that game, he had 35 points and 8 3-pointers. So back then, pala, even the commentators were saying, we're going to watch out for this guy in the regular season. So good thing he's getting his chances.
Absolutely, yeah.
And now, so ang ating player of the game, once again, LeBron James, still recording triple-double, 35 points, 12 rebounds, and 14 assists.
And,
So we don't think he's gonna be retiring anytime soon.
Sana.
Let's see.
Sana, hintayin niya si Bryce kung ganun, di ba?
And kayo din, wag muna kayong mag-retire dahil marami pa tayong mga papremyong kailangan namin ibigay sa inyo. We're gonna be giving you the second trivia question at ito ang mechanics for that. We wanna make sure you get the mechanics down right.
Ayan, as always guys, para makakuha kayo ng 1,000 pesos worth of 1xBet vouchers, we're looking for 10 winners. Like and follow Basket Pinas on Facebook at Basket Pinas PH. Share the live stream on your Facebook page at make sure yung profile nyo nakaset to public at hindi private. Next up, comment your answer for our fast break question of the day during the live stream. And don't forget to use the hashtag #BasketPinas. Next up, watch the live stream and wait for the announcement of the winners with the correct answers. And lastly, participants must be registered on 1xBet using our promo code BPinas to join the giveaway. One more time, BPinas to join the giveaway.
Alright, now alam niyo na kung paano sumali. Ito na ang ating pangalawang tanong. Here's fast break question number 2.
Which player was nicknamed the Big Fundamental?
Which player was nicknamed the Big Fundamental? Write it down below using the hashtag BasketPinas. Alright, and now, eto na. So, we give you questions, pero syempre, tinetest din natin ng ating experts. Si Naveen, always winning. Meron tayong game para sa kanya called Shoot the Facts. And you guys can play along if you want. Write down the answer below. Bibigyan natin si Naveen ng question at kung hindi niya makuha to, he gets to eat 3 times, nakalagay dun sa paper.
3x.
3x spicy noodles.
What
I
was
can't
the
handle
last
spicy.
one? Was it 10x the last
No,
one?
3 rin.
3 din? Oh
Okay.
my God.
Pero
Ayan.
malala nga eh, parang 3x yun. Di ba may mga 6 yan?
Are you ready, Naveen?
Born ready.
Born ready.
Born ready.
Now, here is the question. Shoot the facts. Ito ang tanong. Who won the
Sabi na nga alam niya eh.
tumatawa na.
Sabi ko
Who
siya.
won the NBA MVP award in the year 2000? Do you guys know who this is? Okay, write it down below. Write it down below.
Shaquille O'Neal.
Shaquille O'Neal. Is Shaquille O'Neal the right answer? Shaq is the right answer. Okay.
Hindi, Kobe yan. Mali ka. Joke lang.
Okay,
Oh,
so
hold up. No one's eating the noodles?
do you want somebody to eat
Nico, do you
Okay,
want some
Nico.
spicy noodles?
Ikaw ang
Try. May
taya.
milk tayo.
Let's get you.
May milk ba tayo?
May gatas dito.
Pero ito, gatas ba yan? May
So,
gatas tayo.
Sino kaya nakakuha sa ating viewers ng tamang sagot? Go ahead.
I need to
Either
video
way.
this. Let's include this in the vlog.
Tapos tingnan natin. Tignan natin kung kaya mo siya.
Hindi ko siya ubusin pero ano lang naman.
I-down mo na lang. Sarap!
Tapos sabihin mo kung talagang 3x. Ayan. Yummy!
Yes,
Ang konti
sir.
naman. Ang konti! Oh, how is it? Spicy? Can you handle it? Can you handle it? Okay ba? So, two bites lang ang kaya. 2 bites. Okay, there.
Is it that spicy? Alright, I think the milk is there enough for you.
Ayan. How are you? How are you feeling?
It's really spicy. Hindi nag-joke si Naveen before.
Now, sa lahat ng ating mga manonood, well, you guys can join in on the fun because meron tayong Basket Pinas Time Out where we get to invite you, the viewers, to come to the studio and play a game with us. And you have a chance to win cash prizes that's as much as 15,000 pesos. At kahit talo kayo, okay lang yun. Pwede pa rin kayong umuwi with 5,000 pesos. Ganun lang kadala yung ating mga games. We're gonna test out your knowledge. We're gonna have some fun. So, ang kailangan dito, we're taking a look at the people online who's engaging the most and we will send you invites. So once again, that's Basket Pinas Time Out. So are you okay na? Okay ka na?
I think he needs
Okay
a
na?
time out.
Okay po.
Okay, kailangan natin silang bigyan ng mga vouchers kasi alam ko meron tayong 12,000 peso voucher to give away.
Kasing init talaga nito yung yung ating 12K welcome bonus. Same as dun sa 3X natin na spicy noodles. So para sa mga new account ng 1xBet, register na using our promo code BPINAS, all caps lang guys. Message Basket Pinas page kung may question kayo at may sasagot agad dyan. If you guys want to place your bets on the upcoming NBA games, just go to 1xBet and use our promo code BPINAS. One more time, BPINAS, and link is in the pinned comment section below.
All right. Now, eto, tutulungan namin kayo sa mga upcoming games. We're gonna help you make predictions so you can make smart choices. So we're gonna be talking about the Chicago Bulls versus the Cleveland Cavaliers happening November 16, 8:30 a.m. So the only remaining team na undefeated in the NBA against the number 6 team in the East. Uy, 555, 1.2. Yun ang ating odds.
Magic numbers.
Lucky number. Ano yung magic number yung 555? No? Or parang that's like a lucky number, 555, 222. I don't know.
Angel number.
Angel number. Anyway, pero nothing angelic will happen here for the Bulls. No? I feel like this is gonna be a Cavs domination for sure.
Do you think the Chicago Bulls can pull off what Atlanta Hawks did with Boston Celtics? An upset?
I don't see why not. They just won in New York. They were able to upset the Knicks. Actually, the
weird.
Bulls have low-key been a very good, not very good, but entertaining team this season. They have some pieces that are good. Zach LaVine is playing well again. Kobe White looks good. Josh Giddey is fitting in with the team. Nick Vucevic is playing very well as well. And I think Cleveland wins this game, but I don't think it's going to be an easy win for Cleveland.
I feel like Cleveland is gonna take it more seriously because last game, Donovan Mitchell was talking about he was trying to chase a triple-double. Tapos, he was apologizing in the press conference and he was saying, I'm sorry, I was selfish. I've never had a triple-double in my entire career.
I never knew that.
It almost cost them the game. So, he apologized and there was an article written about it now. Okay, lesson learned to sa mga younger kids, blah, blah, blah. So, maybe they'll take it a lot more serious for the next one. Baka bumawi siya. I don't know. So, for me, Cleveland ako dito.
Cleveland rin for me, it's I feel like, I don't know, I feel like a domination from the Cavs. I feel like 20-point blowout. But you'll never know with the Bulls, right?
Yeah. I think it'll be tight, but Cleveland wins.
Okay. So, Cleveland. Let tayo Cleveland.
Oh.
Cleveland! Cleveland Cavaliers. Okay, up next, we're gonna predict Memphis Grizzlies versus the Golden State Warrior. This is gonna be happening November 6, 11 a.m. Okay, pero ang tanong dito kasi, si Ja Morant, I think he's still injured. Right hip subluxation and pelvic muscle strain. Week-to-week basis. So uncertain when he will recover. He averages 20.6 per game, 9.1 assists per game. So how much will this affect the Grizzlies versus the Golden State Warriors?
I feel like it's gonna be a Warriors win, pero what people should look out for this one is the spread, no? If the spread could be higher than 5, maybe I'll take the Grizzlies, considering that the Grizzlies and Warriors have always been like sort of a mini rivalry, no? Ang entertaining ng mga laban ng Memphis at Golden State for the past few years, and they keep it close. That's why I'm always entertained kahit wala si Ja Morant. So moneyline Warriors, but with a spread, just check kung mataas. Maybe you could go for the Grizzlies there.
Naveen, no Ja Morant. Does that matter?
I think I'm gonna go Memphis here.
Huh?
I feel like the Warriors.
But the Warriors played really well their last game.
Feeling mo si Zach Edey mag 20 and 10.
No, I just feel like the Warriors are bound for a slip up. And I feel like it's going to be against Memphis. Memphis is young. They don't have Ja Morant, like I said. But this team is feisty. Marcus Smart just came back. Jaren Jackson is playing really well. Why not? Just for a wild like a wild card pick. I'm going to go Memphis.
Do you see these two teams meeting in the playoffs?
If healthy, yeah.
Yeah, kaya. You think it's a 3 versus 6 matchup? It feels like a 3 versus 6.
2 versus 7, 3
Parang
versus
ganun,
6,
2
somewhere
versus
there.
7,
Yeah.
3 versus 6.
Yeah.
Pinagtawanan nyo ako dati na 4th seed yung Warriors, ha? Actually, not kayo. Like, did I say it in somewhere? I said it somewhere, and people are like, no way. I think I said it in my podcast, a 4th seed ang Warriors. But now,
Well, to be fair, it's a long season.
It's a long
And
season.
the West is good. The West is good.
pero I feel like kaya namin mag second seed. Yes, sabi ko namin. Ino-own up ko yung pagiging Warriors fan. But yeah, Warriors ako dito. Going back to the topic.
Warriors.
Memphis.
Okay, isang Memphis. Dalawang Warriors. Magbibigay pa kami ng vouchers para sa inyo sa play along. We're gonna give the next fast break question. But before that, we want to make sure that you have the mechanics right. Nico.
Yeah, like and follow Basket Pinas on Facebook at Basket Pinas PH to win 1,000 pesos worth of 1xBet vouchers. Share the live stream on your Facebook page and make sure your profile is set to public. Next up, comment your answer for our fast break question of the day, and don't forget to use the hashtag #BasketPinas. Next one is watch the live stream and wait for the announcement of the winners with the correct answers. And lastly, participants must be registered on 1xBet using our code BPINAS to join the giveaway. One more time, BPINAS to join the giveaway.
All right. This is our next question. Fast break question number 3. Here we go.
Which team was the first to win 3 consecutive NBA titles?
Ito yung gusto naming i-trade kanina.
Ito
Which
dapat yung
team was
question
the
mo.
first to win 3 consecutive
Alam mo ba?
NBA titles? Okay. Write it down below. Use the hashtag BasketPinas.
Check on it.
Up next, we're going to help you predict Los Angeles Lakers versus New Orleans Pelicans. This is going to be happening November 17 at 9 a.m. So, ang injured dito si Zion Williamson, gone for 4 to 6 weeks. Hamstring injury. So, should the Pelicans entertain trade talks sa dami niyang injuries?
Ako, like for me, the moment I get Zion back, I'm gonna try to milk him out of his production. Papakita ko na not this early, kasi it's been 5 years since his draft. Well, 4 years. 2020 siya na draft. No, 2019. So 5 years nga, tama. So when he gets back, diba, he's gotta get usual numbers and everything, then maybe while he's healthy, try to shop him already because his value is just gonna go down. Hindi ako tiwala dun sa the way he handles his body. Meron na nga mga clause, diba, sa contract niya to maintain a certain weight, but sometimes his body just giving up on him kahit even though na he tries to do his best to keep up with the rigors of the NBA, but at 6'6", 290, 300 pounds, tapos hamstring injury, hindi ko kaya pagtiwalaan yung franchise ko sa ganyan.
Yeah, it's hard to trust Zion Williamson because of the injury history at this point. I mean, every time it seems like he's going to be consistent, get it rolling, he tweaks something, he's out for a few weeks. He always looks like he's a little too heavy. He has off-court issues sometimes. And even if the Pelicans look to trade him, the other teams know what his issues are too. So it's either they're going to lowball them with an offer that's not that great, or just say straight up, we don't want him, we prefer someone else. And honestly, I wouldn't blame them.
Now, let's take a vote for this match.
Lakers.
Lakers.
Yeah, Lakers.
Okay, Lakers. All three of us. Lakers. Locking it in. Okay, up next is going to be the Dallas Mavericks versus the Oklahoma City Thunder. November 18, 8 a.m. So, Western Conference Finals rematch. Pero, it seems like walang Chet Holmgren ng OKC.
Yeah,
so, what are the chances that OKC can win against Luka, Kyrie, Clay?
So far kasi parang may advantage sa frontcourt ng Mavs, no? Despite wala dyan pa rin sila Derek Gafford, sina Daniel Gafford, while OKC wala pa si Hardenstein, diba? So they'll be, they're severely undersized, but maybe OKC could use their speed. It's not like that is the main issue with OKC, or you still have so much pieces in the other position. But I don't know, I just feel like the Mavs here are due for a win against a top caliber team like the Thunder. They almost got one against the Warriors. Pero syempre hindi, kasi Warriors yun. Anyway, going back to the Mavericks, I feel like this could be the win that kind of gives them a winning streak. Kasi they've been up and down, di ba? Parang roller coaster. They're at 500, I think right now, or below 500. One game
they
below.
just lost to Utah today.
So, yeah. So, ito na siguro yung breakthrough win na hinahanap nila kahit walang Chet Holmgren.
I think OKC wins this game.
Ooh.
OKC. They're leading in defense right now.
Yeah, they're still one of the best defensive teams in the NBA. I know Chet's absence is huge, but I feel like in their home court, they can find a way to keep it close. And so far, Dallas has lost their last 4 games in close fashion. Like, the last 4 games that went down to the final few possessions, they've lost. The Warriors game, the Jazz game, the Suns game, and there was one more game there, I forget, but they lost down the stretch as well. So I think they still have some late game issues they have to work through, and they're also facing some injury issues of their own. I mean, Kyrie missed today's game, and then PJ Washington has been out. We don't know when he's coming back. So I kind of like OKC here.
OKC? Okay. You're Mavericks?
I'm Mavericks.
I'm gonna pick Mavericks also. Mavericks.
Sinabing
Locking
lone wolf.
it in. Kasi injured si Chet eh.
Okay.
And I think that's a big deal. All right. All right. Locking it in. What about you guys? Type it down below. Up next, Philadelphia 76ers versus Miami Heat, your favorite team. November 19,
Love-hate relationship.
8:30 a.m. So, with this one, nandito yung 76ers TikTok rookie, Jared McCain. Yung pinag-usapan natin kanina. He actually scored 34 points last game, 27 in the previous. So, can he replicate that scoring production versus the Miami Heat?
I feel like maybe 20 points for Jared McCain, 2021. Depends though, kapag wala si Tyrese Maxey. Because if Tyrese Maxey is there, maybe 10 to 12. Yun yung projection. Because of course, Tyrese Maxey's gonna get a lot of shots. Paul George, Joel Embiid, we don't know if they're gonna play. It's always day-to-day when it comes to those stars. But sabihin natin, wala yung tatlo. I feel like Jared McCain's gonna get another 30 and 10. Without those 3, disclaimer lang. Baka sabihin nyo 30 and 10 with those 3. But why not, right? Why not?
Yeah, it's so interesting we use photos of Jimmy Butler and Joel Embiid because there's like a 50% chance neither guy will play in this game.
And Embiid wasn't playing well at all in his last game.
Super rusty talaga.
Parang he was so out of shape. He couldn't keep up. It looked like he couldn't handle how many 7 minutes lang ba siya nung was it? Like it was very, very, very short. Tapos kitang-kita na he needs a lot of work. I don't think.
I think he was 2 for 12. Basta sobrang sama talaga ng... That comes with the rust. I kinda expected it naman for Joel Embiid. Especially a guy who loves to play in the mid-range, diba? Sometimes.
But what is he doing? I mean, some people will argue na the only way to be in NBA shape is to play in the NBA. How true is that? I mean, it doesn't look
it's
like...
absolutely true.
But it doesn't look like what you can't do cardio, you can't work out.
Iba kasing NBA speed.
Iba, Mar, it's iba because even if you ran like 12 miles an hour in the treadmill to get back in game shape, it's different once the other team's players start defending you a certain way, start pushing you a certain way, start scheming against you a certain way. It's not just physical, it's mental as well. You know, it's a lot of thinking in the NBA because of all the different defensive strategies opposing coaches will throw at you. And there's so much to catch up for with Embiid. And I feel like he's packed a little bit of weight.
Exactly.
Packed a bit
The
of
weight,
weight.
yeah, laki
And
niya.
that's
So,
tough because
he
he
looks
has
heavy.
knee issues. He looks heavy. He needs time to get back in NBA game shape. And it's the competition level as well. You know, when you get to the NBA level competition against other teams also looking to win, they're gonna throw everything at you, especially if you're the star player.
I agree, but at a certain point, there are bench players who's just ready when it's their turn. So even that, him packing a little bit of weight, could you not have worked on that?
That he could have definitely worked on. Now, look, if he was injured and that's the reason he wasn't playing, I'm guessing maybe they didn't make him do even like running because to put less stress on the knees. I'm assuming they did as he got closer to recovering. But at the same time, too, when you're going up against elite athletes, from other teams, guys who are in way better shape than you are, sometimes you tend to compensate and that's when you start looking bad.
I mean, there's that veteran in him, decision-making wise. But with this, even that he's not going to be doing back-to-back games. Kung injured siya, he's
Bummer.
still yeah. So okay, let's take a vote. What's going to happen here?
You want to go Philly? I want to go Philly here.
Ako rin. Mag-76ers
I'm
din.
gonna go Heat here.
Oh,
Let's go Heat.
Dapat lang.
Speaking of Jared McCain, future All-Star, or are we overhyping him?
Ooh, I feel like it's a future all-star.
Too early
I
to
love.
So overhyping for now. you think?
No. I mean, properly hyped, but too small of a sample size.
Okay, pero gusto ko maging all-star si Jared McCain. It's gonna be good for TikTok in the league.
Because it's easy. Sometimes it's easy to have big scoring games as a rookie when the opposing teams don't know what you're gonna do just yet. But once teams start putting him in the scouting report, that's when I want to see how he responds. Diba? Because people now know he's good. He won't be taking people by surprise anymore.
But regardless what, he has his TikTok. Okay, up next, Orlando Magic versus the Phoenix Suns happening November 19, 10 a.m. So for this one, no Paulo Banchero. Ooh, I just found out kanina. Pinsan pala siya
pinsan niya.
ni Chris Banchero.
Yes.
Did you guys know that? Pinsan siya ng ating PBA star Chris Banchero. That blew my mind kanina. I had no idea. So okay, so
just
with
seen her
this
face.
one,
She's like, what?
Paulo Banchero still out because of torn right oblique. So yung abs niya medyo na-tear.
Ouch.
Buti pa siya may
Ang sakit siguro pag pumupunta siyang CR. No?
Actually, pag
Diba?
So fun fact, Orlando Magic is the NBA's best fourth quarter defense, best defensive team right now. OKC Thunder, Orlando Magic, and then Houston Rockets. So what does that with those facts? Anong ibig sabihin nito para sa Suns?
mahirapan sina Devin Booker at Bradley Beal to get their usual shots. Diba pag-usapan natin na, okay, walang Kevin Durant, so mukhang Bradley Beal and Devin Booker yan. I feel like it's gonna be hell for them to play against the Orlando Magic of long defenders. Jonathan Isaac, I've always been a fan of him because he's the kind of guy that gets you like 2 steals and 2 blocks in just 10-15 minutes. He's that kind of guy, right? If you need a specialist on fantasy, like you need a streamer, that's the
He's
one.
always injured.
He's always injured though. That's the problem. But you know, even though that they don't have Paolo Banquero, the defense is keeping them alive in the regular season. Wherein makakalusot ka pa sa ganyan sa regular season, diba, without your star. Pero sana Banquero should be healthy. I mean, 4 to 6 weeks lang naman. Pero sa playoffs, they need to be complete in order to make some impact and get deep to the Eastern Conference playoffs.
I have to give credit to the Magic. When Banchero got injured at first, they went on a bit of a losing streak. I think they lost
did,
3
yeah.
or 4 straight games. But they've actually picked things up. They've won their last 4 games, even without Paolo as of late. So they're starting to figure out how to play better. Phoenix, this is their home court though. And even without KD, I think they'll put up a good fight. It's 50-50 for me, but I'm going to go
50-50.
Phoenix. I'm going to go
50-50.
Phoenix.
Ako din, the Suns.
Magic ako. So,
Oh,
ako lone
Magic
wolf.
ka? Okay, the Suns, 2 Suns, 1 Magic. Locking it in. Now we're gonna be doing a quick prediction. Quick lang para dito. We don't need to explain, but we're gonna do this para matulungan kayo to make smart choices once again. So, there's gonna be a game on November 16, 9 a.m. LA Clippers versus Houston Rockets.
Rockets.
Yes, Houston.
Clippers.
Clippers? Okay. 1 Clippers, 2 Rockets. November 17, 4 a.m. Milwaukee Bucks versus Charlotte Hornets.
Charlotte.
Milwaukee.
Ako, Hornets din ako. Hornets.
Alam mo na sasagot ko yun, no?
Okay.
Alam niya na sasagot ko yun, eh.
November 18, 7 a.m. Charlotte Hornets versus Cleveland Cavaliers.
Cavs.
Cleveland.
Cavs.
Cavs.
Okay, yun, unanimous. Okay, November 19, 8 a.m. Chicago Bulls versus Detroit Pistons.
Detroit.
Parang Detroit, no?
Detroit is not bad this season,
Okay.
man. That's a
Lumalaban
decent
sila.
team.
Lumalaban
Cade
sila.
Cunningham. Ooh.
I called it though in our
Sa
preseason show.
preseason.
Yeah, I
Yes,
called it though.
that's
So ko
right.
Cavs, Cavs to Detroit.
Pistons.
Mga may laban Detroit ah.
Detroit.
So, Pistons. Unanimous. There you go. And that ends our prediction. So, sana nakatulong kami with you guys making smart choices dahil etong next na gagawin natin, we're gonna reveal the answer for the fast break question. Kapag kayo ang isa sa mga 10 na nanalo, meron kaagad kayong 1,000 peso 1xBet voucher na pwede nyong gamitin dun sa mga sinabi naming upcoming games. So we're gonna reveal the answers to those. So here's fast break question number 1. Rewind. What is it? This is the question.
In which year did the Toronto Raptors win their first NBA championship?
In which year did the Toronto Raptors win their first NBA championship? The answer is pam pararam pam pam. It was just very recent. 2019. My gosh, I remember that time. Everybody was so happy in Toronto. 2019. I hope you guys got that right. Here's fast break question number 2. Here we go.
Which player was nicknamed the Big Fundamental?
Sino? Si Big Fundamental. Sino nga ba siya? The right answer is
Tim Duncan.
si Malaking Fundamental is Tim Duncan.
Ano ba may jersey niya ako? I have his jersey. I think I have 2 Tim Duncan jerseys. Weird, no? For a small
TVD,
guy. TVD.
yeah.
I have the white and the away jersey. Wala lang.
You have to answer this one because this is the one that we want to swap with your question, Naveen. This is
You got it
fast break
wrong.
question number 3.
Which team was the first to win 3 consecutive NBA titles?
Okay, Naveen.
Ah,
What's your first guess?
I've guessed Boston earlier, but Nico told me that was wrong. So
Technically, mali na siya.
Give me one.
Technically, mali na siya.
We give him another chance. He gets another chance.
Dahil dyan, tikman mo nga yan.
Which NBA team was the
Is
first?
it the Chicago Bulls?
Is it Chicago Bulls? Is it?
Minneapolis Lakers?
Is it?
Ayan.
There you
Minneapolis
go. Yeah.
Lakers. Almost. Okay,
Got
you
it on the
guys
third
got
try.
that right. Congratulations. Now we're gonna reveal the 10 winners for our 1,000 peso 1xBet voucher giveaway. Boom! Flashing on your screen. There you go. Congratulations sa inyong lahat. I-message lamang ang aming page, PM us, DM us, para malaman kung paano maklaim ang inyong papremyo. Alright, congratulations once again. And to be more updated with the latest happenings, be sure to follow our socials on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Yeah, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Basket Pinas PH. Wala pa pala tayong TikTok. Basket Pinas
Soon, sana.
PH. Yan. Follow us. Message us. Let us know what else you wanna see. Hindi lang yan. Kapag hindi kayo nanalo dun sa kabilang natin, na 1,000 peso, don't worry. You have a chance to win 12,000 peso voucher. Here's how.
Yeah, meron kaming para dyan sa mga umaasa for a 12K welcome bonus para sa mga new account on 1xBet. Register na using our promo code BPINAS. All caps lang guys, message Basket Pinas page kung may question ka, may sasagot agad dyan. And if you guys want to place your bets on the upcoming NBA games, just go to 1xBet and use our promo code BPINAS. One more time, BPINAS. Link is in the pinned comment section below.
All right. So that was fun. I like the what's hot in the NBA. I like that we're doing that now. So
Yeah.
we're always gonna be giving you that. This ends. Dito po nagtatapos ang ating show ngayong Friday. But don't you worry. You're gonna be seeing us again next Tuesday. Pero bago yon, what can we expect from you guys from now until Tuesday? May podcast ba kayong ilalabas?
Ano ba? Ako wala, gagawa lang ako ng content sa TikTok. Alam mo naman, makalokohan ko sa TikTok na lalabas ko. So my personality comes out. I have 2 TikTok accounts. Pero parang more sineperate ko na yung sports ko sa
Lifestyle
we
mo.
were just
lifestyle
talking
ko.
about that.
I think Navs knows about that. He noticed. Yeah, but yeah, yun lang naman. So follow nyo lang yung usual handles ko. Is Nico Rocha with 3 O's. Yeah, that's the one.
There
And
you
I still
go.
do all my sports naman sa sa Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook, and my other TikTok account. But yeah, because we love sports.
What about you, Naveen?
Yes. Well, I have a podcast episode on Monday. 'Cause
Nice.
next week, we're gonna have FIBA basketball in the Philippines.
Oh yeah, next week na.
The Philippines, aka Gilas Pilipinas, will take on New Zealand on November 21, Thursday. And then November 24, Sunday, they'll be hosting Hong Kong. So it's going to be super exciting to see our national team again in action. Go Pilipinas. So on Monday, I'm actually going to have a friend of mine. His name is Josh Beth. He's a FIBA broadcaster. He'll be coming on my podcast. We're going to preview the national team games. And so far, that's what I have planned. And of course, check my other content on my social media, which is on the screen.
Yes, it's nice. It's nice that actually yesterday, was it 2 days ago? Yesterday, we had the EASL, East Asia Super League. So it's nice having international, like yung nakikita natin yung mga manlalaro natin facing players from other countries
Yes.
and seeing kung ano mang level we're at. But of course, like FIBA is a big deal. That's
Syempre.
something definitely people need to watch out for sa panoorin natin ang podcast ni Naveen. And if you guys miss us, you guys can watch Magic 89.9, 6 to 9 a.m. And we just shot an episode of GTWM, the podcast, so it should be out tomorrow. We're gonna miss you guys, but we'll see you again next Tuesday. Thanks for hanging out with us. We'll give you more updates, news, game recaps, and predictions only here on Basket Pinas Predicts, powered by 1xBet. Keep it good, vibes, everybody, and have a good weekend.
See you guys.
Bye!